This is Akashvani, the news read by Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed deep pain over the mimicry of Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar by opposition MPs in the Parliament House complex yesterday. In a social media post today, the President said she is dismayed to see the manner in which Mr. Dhankar was humiliated in the Parliament complex. She said elected representatives must be free to express themselves, but the expression should be within the norms of dignity and courtesy. In a social media post, the Vice President said he received a telephone call from Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressing pain over the abject theatrics of some MPs. He said that Mr. Modi told him that he has been at the receiving end of such insults for 20 years and counting, but the fact that it could happen to a constitutional office like the Vice President, and that too in Parliament, was unfortunate. Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav today said a total of 1,309 railway stations have been taken up for development under the Amrit Bharat Station Scheme. Replying to a question in the Lok Sabha, the Railways Minister said work has been started on more than 560 such selected stations. He said the ministry is working on a traffic plan and master plan for connectivity with cities and railways under the Amrit Bharat Station Scheme. He further added the NDA government has augmented the laying of new railway tracks in the country, and 25,000 kilometer new railway tracks have been commissioned in the past 9.5 years. The minister said 14-kilometer railway tracks have been laid per day during the regime of the present NDA government. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said that the government is always prepared to support all states and union territories to beat the health diseases in the country. He said this while virtually chairing a high-level review meeting in New Delhi today with health ministers of various states and union territories on the preparedness of health facilities and services across the country. The health minister said that all states have to work together to overcome any kind of challenge. During the meeting, all state representatives briefed about the preparedness in their respective states. The meeting was conducted because of the recent upsurge in respiratory illnesses like influenza-like illness and severe acute respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19. Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda today said that people's participation will ensure an Atmanirbhar Bharat in health by 2047. Addressing media in New Delhi, Mr. Munda said that Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana is one of the biggest health programs started by the government to reach the last mile. He said Jan Arogya Yojana makes common people feel secure about medical expenses. In Haryana, thousands of people are actively participating in the Vikas Bharat Sankalp Yatra, an initiative aimed at reaching every individual in the state to ensure the outreach of various welfare programs and central and state governments. Chief Minister Manohar Lal integrated the yatra with Jan Samvad, facilitating on-the-spot resolution of people's issues. Health checkups have also been conducted during the yatra. During the yatra, till now, more than 280,000 people have participated in health camps and got the health screening, and over 170,000 people were screened for tuberculosis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation with his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said they had a productive exchange of views on the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict, including shared concerns on the safety of maritime traffic. He highlighted India's consistent stand in favor of early restoration of peace and stability in the region, with continued humanitarian assistance for those affected. Mr. Netanyahu briefed Mr. Modi on the recent developments in the ongoing conflict. Mr. Modi emphasized an early and peaceful resolution of the conflict, including the release of all hostages through dialogue and diplomacy. In the United States, Colorado's Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump cannot run for U.S. President next year in the state, citing a constitutional insurrection clause. In a landmark decision, the court ruled 4-3 that Mr. Trump is not an eligible candidate. And that is the end of this news bulletin.